Hello, my name is Dr. Virali Pande, Assistant Professor, Rai School of Management Studies, Rai University, Ahmedabad. Let's start our presentation on a very good subject, Introduction to Indian Knowledge System. The topic is understanding of IKS. Now, what is Indian Knowledge System? First of all, let me be clear that it wasn't a system, it was a tradition. Just to put it in our existing system, we are giving the name its system. Otherwise, it is a tradition. It is a very rich, very fruitful tradition we were having. So let's start with the introduction. India has a long surviving civilizational history with conservative estimates dating it to at least 5,000 to 8,000 years ago. I think it is more ancient, but we cannot prove it, and that is why we are writing here that 5,000 to 8,000 years ago. The Indian subcontinent. Now, subcontinent means, what I believe is every country named stan, like Pakistan, Afghanistan, Kazakhstan, Tajikistan. This stan means, I think, sthan, and all those were the part of India, and these were Indian subcontinent, is home to one of the world's oldest and most influential civilization. The Indian knowledge system is a repository of knowledge accumulated in the Indian subcontinent over centuries. Now, we are all witnessed somewhere, or we all know that how our heritage was rich, but we just say it and live it. So, the educational system introduced in India about 200 years ago disrupted the process of knowledge transmission and led to a loss of continuity. Now, we all know that more than 200 years we were colonized, we were ruled by the Britishers, and I think then only our system ruined by a person named Lord Macaulay in 1835. He introduced the English education system and ruined our traditional system of education. The IKS aims to bring snippets of Indian knowledge by relooking at the corpus and extracting relevant portions to generate renewed interest and motivate deeper study. The canvas of Indian knowledge tradition is very wide, and to bring what today is relevant. So we are doing that. Mathematics, known as Ganita, has been an integral part of Indian culture since ancient times, with contributions such as the discovery of infinite series. We all know zero जब भारत ने दिया तब जाके दुनिया को गिनती आई है. Archaeological excavations and remains of metalworking mines and furnaces indicate a culture of science, engineering and technology in ancient Indian society. No need to mention art and architecture here, because we all are still have that snippets of art and architectures. The IKS course aims to provide an appreciation of IKS and its relevance to contemporary society through the study of key components and their applications. Now, we cannot have the whole thing right now because the time is different. We are having technology, we are having fresh minds, modern thinking. So we are just bringing what is necessary, what is good and what is relevant. IKS in the present perspective. Now, how we are connecting Indian knowledge system to the existing system. The Indian knowledge system focuses on integrating indigenous knowledge into various domains. IKS recognizes the value of traditional knowledge systems and aims to preserve, promote and utilize them for the benefits of society. Preserve, as we are preserving, but not the extent we should. Promote and utilize them. We shouldn't feel shame on speaking our own language. Utilize them for the benefit of society. India has a rich intellectual and scientific heritage that spans thousands of years. As I said, the canvas of Indian knowledge tradition is very wide and very fruitful if we look into it closely. Ancient Indian knowledge systems made significant contributions to the fields such as mathematics, astronomy, medicine, philosophy and literature. During British colonial rule, traditional knowledge systems were marginalized, leading to a decline in their recognition and promotion. As we all know that how gradually English education system having their own space, and they have marginalized the Indian system, they have marginalized our languages and they have prioritized their own language, which is English. In recent years, there has been a renewed interest in revitalizing the IKS and reclaiming India's intellectual heritage. Now, before moving forward, let me clear one thing, that we are having that concept that English is not our own language. It is not so, and even if it is so, we shouldn't hate any language, because languages are unbiased. Languages are just languages. They are just medium to express ourselves. So rather than hating English language, it is very much our own language. The people in Australia, or I think in UK, speaking English more than them. We have here English language speakers. So before having any kind of hatred towards English language, we should be careful about how it is not our culture, it is not our tradition to hate anything. So though they have ruled us, they gone, right now we are on our own. So we should develop that positive attitude towards everything, and we are having it. The National Education Policy, that is NEP 2020, enacted in 2020, reflects a renewed focus on IKS. The NEP emphasizes the integration of IKS into education at all levels. So we are putting it in school level, in college level, in all the disciplines, whether it is engineering, mathematics, philosophy, literature, social sciences, whatever it is. It recognizes the importance of interdisciplinary research, preservation and dissemination of indigenous knowledge. Now, what is interdisciplinary and multidisciplinary? For example, interdisciplinary system, right now you must have heard that doctors are medical students are passing their exams just by mugging up the important questions. So that is not interdisciplinary thing. If I want to be a doctor and I want to be an eye surgeon, I know what is happening here, but I don't know what is happening in my head, what is happening in my throat, so I can never be a doctor. So this is interdisciplinary. If I want to be a doctor, I know how whole human body works. That is interdisciplinary approach. Now multidisciplinary approach is I am connecting human body with the outside factors. So that is multidisciplinary. I am connecting different disciplines, different fields into my field. That is multidisciplinary. So the approach, NEP is more about approach. What kind of approach you are having towards your subject. The NEP aims to create a holistic and inclusive education system that incorporates traditional knowledge alongside modern scientific knowledge. Now, you must have seen that we are having a watertight compartments. Like science students study only science, art students study only art. This is a very wrong practice. You know, our scientists were the musicians, our scientists were the poets. We really don't focus on this. For example, if I am teaching you about the chalk, I should explain the history of the chalk, the geography of the chalk, the chemistry of the chalk. So this is what holistic means. Thank you very much.